Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to show you the results for the repaint on the Tots Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 Freddy Krueger mask. This belongs to my friend Mark, and thank you Mark for thinking of me for, giving this a rehaul and trying to make it look a bit better, although I will say the stock masks look fantastic. Maybe a little bit too shiny all over, so I've completely repainted it. The whole thing. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. That is the hat that comes with it, but I also have a custom hat which I will be showing you as well, and I'll give you some information on where you can get those from soon in the video. But I hope you enjoyed this one, folks. Drop a like on it, that's important, it helps more people find the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333 for plenty of pictures. Now I'm going to set up a bust and get this all set up for you so you can see it. Now I'll just give you some angles here before I get it all set up, just let you see the raw mask. Also, I will include in a moment some footage and photography of the various stages from when I just did the base coat as the first stage, and then doing the wash to get into the details of the skin, and then obviously repainting all the horrible wound sections. Now I wanted the redness to be the tone it is. Some people might say it's a bit intense, but I really like the way it cuts through, and in darker lighting it looks super creepy. I'll just show you there. Now I have glossed the red sections and left the skin pretty much a matte finish, but in certain places a bit of a shine, because in the night scenes in the first movie he definitely looked quite slimy at times. Alright, now check out the various stages before we move on. Alright, so this is the hat that comes with the mask. It's a pretty decent hat, and I liked it at first, but then once I saw the custom hat that I got, it doesn't even compare. I will show you the custom one in a moment, but first we'll just go around and see how it looks. It just doesn't look like the one from the first movie. This movie, the mask is based on the original movie mask, well, the original look for Freddy, but the brim, or whatever you call it, just seems a bit too, you know, there's too much of it. It's too neat and tidy. I've tried to bash it up a bit, but I didn't want to go too far because it's not mine. And I really do recommend to Mark that he gets in touch with Neil on Instagram at Macabre Studios and get himself a custom hat, because it is 10 times better. So I'll just give you a few more angles with the stock hat that comes with the mask. Not too bad, but compared to what you're about to see next, it's night and day. Alright, so now we'll switch to the custom hat. I'll show you me putting it on. But like I said, this is made by a chap called Neil at Macabre Studios, with a Z on the end, on Instagram. I'll flash up his page so you can see it. But the hat is awesome, and it inspired me to get my own mask. So I've actually got the part 4 mask coming, because this is the one I like the look of the most as far as all the masks go, you know. Part 2 is my favourite look for Freddy, but the ones that they had available at Mad About Horror, I chose to go with the part 4. So I'll be getting one of those in a few days, and I'll probably rehaul that for myself. But as you can see, this hat is incredible. It's really nasty. Very, you know, very nasty looking, very charred and burnt. But seems to fit proportion wise a bit better as well. So I think especially from the front it just looks awesome. It's actually quite fun to wear as well. I've been wearing that all day around the house. But yeah, that is the custom hat, and I definitely recommend, Mark, that you get in touch with Neil and get yourself one of these. Well worth it. Alright folks, I didn't really have much room, so I had to just put this in the kitchen just for the purposes of making this video for you. Now, I don't have an accurate Freddy sweater. I'm working on that at the moment. I was looking today on eBay and I've seen a few, but I'm going to have to do a bit more research. I really want to get a part 2 sweater. That's just the look I like the most, so that's specifically the one I would like to have the most. Obviously the first movie that this mask is from, the sleeves shouldn't have stripes. This is more of a Dennis the Menace kind of, you know, black and red rather than the green and red that Freddy wears. And I'll just show you without the hat first, and then I will show you with the hat. Yeah, pretty happy with the results. That ear is pretty nasty. That used to be a very kind of grey ear originally on the stock one, and you can see how the wounds are very shiny and the skin's a more matte finish. Yeah, it looks very good. Quite happy with it. Alright, now let's put the hat on. Alright, and that is with the custom hat on. Again, I would definitely recommend, Mark, get in touch with Neil and get yourself one of these hats. I definitely prefer it. I will show it with the stock one as well, which I have weathered and beat up and burnt, but still not mad keen on the shape of it. That's actually a NECA part 3 glove, which is really good. Let's just get some close-ups for you. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Pretty happy. It's time consuming, because not only do you have to go in and do the wounds, you have to go in all the other little crevices. Every little wrinkle and line kind of has to be highlighted. So it is very time consuming. It's a lot more work than I thought it would be, but satisfying at the end of it. Right, let's put the stock hat back on and then we'll wrap it up. But definitely recommend these custom hats. They are fantastic. I'll also show you folks, I was going to show this, and I probably will still show it in an upcoming video for my Chris Morgan 78 mask that I have in the collection. But Neil also included this Tots 78 knife, which he really bloodied up, like severely bloody. It's pretty intense. So thank you very much, Neil, for including the knife, which I will show at some point in the near future with a Halloween mask. But yeah, very gory. Let me turn down the brightness a bit. It is really nasty. It kind of makes me think more of the Rob Zombie knife, but yeah, it's really, really nasty looking. But that's something else you can get from Neil at Macabre Studios on Instagram. It's a big knife, but yeah, it's the Tots one, so it's not a real knife, it's plastic or whatever, but he's done a good job making it look as nasty as possible. Alright, and there it is to finish up with the stock hat that came with the mask. That has been beaten up and painted and weathered and burnt as well. Not too bad. Definitely prefer the custom one though. Highly recommended. But Mark, if you're watching, I hope you like it. And it's been interesting and fun to work on. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. And I'm all clear now. Everything's done. So I will be back with you soon on the channel, folks. I hope you're all doing well. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.